Welcome. NRL Winger tier list is here. So a lot of you are probably like myself and have a choice to make with winger fullbacks. You probably got, Makasinis and Setutus, Reece Walsh, and you're wondering who to play this week. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be in the same boat, deciding which wingers to play and which wingers to put on the emergency. So we're going to go through and we are going to predict their scores for this week of the top 11 most owned winger fullbacks this week. And and let me know if you agree down the bottom. Just remember, this is a prediction. This is not exactly what they're going to score. This is just my opinion. So let's get started. All right, first up, we have Jai Gray. Jai Gray last week hit the 36 with the try against Finns. I think if you are going to score big points, it probably is going to be against teams like Finns and Titans. This week he does have the Roosters. I think they lose that game here against the Roosters. So we're going to go ahead and put Jai Gray, similar to what he got last week, probably around the lower end of this scale, probably around the 34 to 35 mark, somewhere around there. Tedesco. Opposite end of the opposite fullback is going to be versing against Jai Gray. So last week got the 61 with the try assist, line break. Probably doesn't go as big as 60, but I still will predict him to hit that 51 plus. I reckon it's going to be around the 55 mark this week for Teddy. I think that's a pretty safe bet to put Teddy as your fullback this week and start him most weeks. I mean, if you have got Teddy, you're probably not on the fence about playing him or not. You're just going to lock him in and put him there. Setu, I reckon he will be one of the ones everyone is asking about whether to play him or not. I mean, last week he got the 42. He got the 42 here with the try, with the line break. That was against Doggies. This week he's versing Melbourne. So usually you wouldn't want to be playing wingers on the bench, especially if they're going to be getting thumped by Melbourne. So I'm going to put him down here. I reckon he can get the lower end of this scale. I reckon he's going to be around about a 25 to a 30 guy, probably around the 28 mark, something like that. Next we got Faimani. Alright, he got the 31 with the try. That was against Cronulla. They did get pumped in this game. This week he does have Finns. I think he will increase his score slightly, but he will need to get some attacking stats in there as well. He is a tackle buster. He got the 4 tackle bust. I think he can do a job there. I believe he's up against Herbie and Cobbo, so it's not a favourable matchup for him. But I still think he can crack that 34 to 42 mark. Reece Walsh. A lot of guys are probably wondering if they sell Reece Walsh or not. I'm hearing everyone say, is Reece Walsh a sell? Is Reece Walsh a sell? Guys, do not panic. You brought him in for a reason. You know what he's capable of. Last week he got the 25. No tries, no attacking stats. I mean, he did lose goals. We can expect a bit of a decrease from last year's averages. 84 run meters was just not Reece Walsh-esque. 3 errors. I think he can improve on this score. If you are considering selling Walsh, I don't think this week against Parramatta is the week to sell him. I'm probably going to get Walsh in a 43 to a 50 range. I reckon he can come back, hit a 45 to a 50, and I think he's a play this week. I reckon if you got him, he's definitely someone you'd want to be fielding over Faimani and 2, and I wouldn't sell him either. Makasini, the unknown. This guy had the bye last week, but his last game of the year in 25 was a 37 with a try against the Titans. This week he has Cows. We all seen the form he was in his trial games. If you flick over to his trials, he gets a 50 and a 63, obviously with the hat-trick and the try. I think we see a bit of a decrease from that. Does he score against Cows? I think he's all the chance to score against Cows, so I would chuck him right here. Above Faimani, below Jai Gray. Yeah, maybe low 40s, high 30s. I reckon maybe even above Jai Gray here. I reckon chuck him there. I reckon he's a good shout to score this week, to be honest. Next up, we have Chester. Flick over to his game last week here, and he got the 47 with 0 attacking stats. All meters, tackle busts, and tackles. Bunch of misses as well with a penalty, so a lot of negs as well. Newcastle, another easy-ish game against the Tigs here. I think that's a toss-up who wins this one. I think Chester is a great pick here at centre. I think he's a bit of a workhorse. I think he can just scrape into the 43. I think if you got Chester, if you're not playing him at centre and you got someone else there to fill the spot, I would be playing him over these guys below. Chester, I reckon, is a lock. Alrighty, next up we have Moses Leo. And congratulations to all the guys who started him last week, because 68 with the try up against Parramatta when they thumped them. He collects the spoils there. Will he do it again? Can he back it up against Dragons? I think he can. I think Moses Leo would be up there as one of my top picks this week at wing fullback in that cheapy spot. So Moses Leo, I reckon he just hit under that 50 mark. Probably about a 48. Hopefully he scores again for you guys. And if you got him, yeah, I'd be chucking him straight in there. Next up, we have Sua Falongo. This is the one I'm probably a little bit worried about, to be honest. So he got the 55 with 2 tries last week. We can see here in his other scores, even when he does get a lot of attacking stats, he still sort of does sit around that 50 mark. I mean, he is at fullback this time, so he has about a base of about a 36, 50, 50 here, 57 with 2 tries. Luckily for him, he is versing Dragons, so that does add a bit of points to him, I reckon. I would chuck him 44. I reckon he's going to be just scraping into this orange tier here. I reckon about a 44 to a 45 he can get this week against the Dragons. So if you got him, chuck him in. Kalen Ponga up next. Kalen Ponga, he's going to be someone a lot of people are going to be looking at bringing in. If you got the cash, that 80 is very appealing. He's a goal kicker. He looked like he wanted the ball every single run. He was all around the ruck. He wanted the ball every first receiver. He was making shape, and I feel like now this is his year to really step up. Looking at these stats and just the eye test off the game as well, I really like Ponga this week. Against Manly, they didn't look too crash hot as well, so I reckon Ponga is going to be top of the list here at the moment. So 51 plus, I reckon he can get you 60. He got 80 last week without a try. I mean, if he scores, he could be whatever. He could crack a ton this week. He's going to go massive, I reckon. And last on the list is Selwyn Cobbo. Just the 31 last week against the Bunnies with a try assist and a line break. Tackles were really low for him. You can expect that from a winger though. Meters were around about where they should have been. Tackle busts were lower than expected as well. And he had the offload. 2 errors and a penalty conceded. So this week up against the Titans is the one thing that does favour him a lot. He definitely could come out and get you a double. I'm going to go ahead and put Cobbo right here between Faimani and Gray. I think that's the list there. Alright guys, just a quick one from me. Next up I'm going to do centers for this round as well. So if you're interested in looking at your centers and you don't know who you want to play in your centers, look out for that one coming soon. And let me know if you would change anything down here. So if there's anyone I missed out on or anyone you disagree with, chuck a comment down below, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.